Alright, in this video I wanted to talk about the Cherub armor and a specific setup that I have been wanting to try. I've been wanting to get the Energy Cherub ever since they released an Energy version. I've been wanting to try an idea, and then I realized that I can actually do a very similar idea with the original one with Wind because of items that had come out since it had been made. And in the process I found, I guess probably it's considered a bug, and I'll show that off real quick. It's pretty cool. I think the tavern fucks may eventually report it. It may get fixed, but I guess enjoy it while it lasts. But basically, I wanted to kind of retry the Cherub's blind skill that does I guess berserk, and then it does blind if it goes berserk, or other way, I'm not sure, but it's not like overly special. I wanted to use the skill that Ellie scrambles the monster, because that skill is basically just like Prime Chaos Orb. Every time you do it, it causes you to take 10% more damage, as well as the monster. So basically it's slightly altering the lean, both offensive and defensive. The monster's going to hit you harder, and you're going to be hit harder, and vice versa. So that is actually going to increase your damage, your pet and guests damage, as a result. And that actually also, for the monster side, will increase on DOTs, so like burns and poisons and bleeds, I believe also end up getting increased. On yourself it does not. I don't know if that's still the case or if I heard that properly. But basically what I'm going to be doing here is spamming the skill on heart arrows mode. I guess monsters like this, it's not bad. There's some monsters with really low resistance or negative resistance. It's a little bit of a gamble. But what I'm finding is it works very well. What I'm using is Tropo Shield. That's going to give me some Elevone. And so defensively I'm going to not be very good, but that's why I'm using Creature 72 to try to offset that. Its panic will actually outgrow the lean changes and stuff from the Prime Chaos Orb-like effect. So the more turns you do it, the better defense you're going to end up getting. And then I'm going to be using Energy Jelly. As we all know, it increases its heals. The idea here is to just do Elevones and do more and more damage each turn, as well as replenish your SP. In some cases, if you're completely full on SP, you can swap it to heal hit points. I'm using the Carnax knee board without the toggle on, which will do a energy poison, and again it will heal me. So I'm basically healing my hit points and my SP every turn in exchange for a ramping damage. Somewhat dependent on resists here. It's just something I've been wanting to try, but I wanted to show it off here so you can kind of get an idea. And I am finding that it works out really well. You have an armor here that is high blocking focused. And then we're going to be doing Elevones. By the way, with Prime Chaos Orb, that's considered a form shift. I have not tried this recently, but with monsters with form shift immunity, it does not work. This right here does not get blocked by form shift immunity unless they fixed it. So if you ever wanted to run Cherub armors for the sake of getting around form shift immunity, you can. So what we're going to see here is a combination of healing, damage, and all that. So it's going to get better each turn, both offense and defense. So your first turn is going to be the worst. Your SP heals are going to be the worst first turn, but it's enough to be decent enough. As you're going to see here, it's just going to get better and better. The heals here should be pretty good. So now up to over 1,000. And see, if as you notice, the poison damage healed me. I didn't catch it. Maybe like 700. And then this is probably going to finish him off. This damage will be pretty significant. So 3 turns. So let's see. Now, this time I'm going to attempt to try to do Zfinity Gauntlet each turn. So we should be good there. I think the combination of Creature 72's Panic and the heal poison, especially as these Elevons grow and grow and grow. As you can see, I got the 125 Omni, and now I'm up to a 190 energy, and this probably should start to really hit up to 200. Plus you got your 142 Elevon. As you can see, you're kind of really taking it to the monster here. So we scrambled. Monsters resists. And so both basically your healing and your defense and your offense are growing more than the previous turn. And then most likely this is going to finish off the monster. So I would encourage anyone to try this. Now I'm going to move on to the wind version. So something I've been thinking about as I wanted to try this, because I bought the energy version, is I thought, you know what? The OG Cherub is wind, and now we have the Shattered Vestige shield, and we have Mosquito, and it's basically the same thing. I just need to figure out what weapon to use. So I was like, okay, let me look through. So I would need something that's wind and would work on spellcasting. And so I looked at the info subs of the Void Pact Annihilator, and I hated this weapon when it came out. And now I realize I don't like weak regeneration effects on the player, because if you can't really stack it, then why bother? But this also does an extra wind hit. Well, if I'm increasing my Elevons, that's actually going to begin to add up. So I'm actually still being healed, although less than the Karnak's kneeboard, because it's just a regen effect instead of a heal poison. But you're gonna probably do a little bit more damage overall, because it's going to do an extra wind hit. So I forgot to swap to the original, the OG. So that one was about 400 and something damage on the extra hit, and then the regen that kicked in. Let's see what we get here. I think this monster has, let's see, this monster has backlash. Hopefully I don't get fucked here. But see, I wanted to try these ideas because I like to try to, this is a darkness monster. I don't want to be forced into a darkness armor all the time. If I can find other ways to mitigate it, I have more fun basically deciding how I want to play. So as you can see, It was basically like 1600, 1700 damage on the second turn. That's not bad. I mean, I'm not using like a lot of boosts. It's just the Ellie Volns that's going off. Also, if you get some Ellie Volns, like I was doing Arcane Express with this guy, if you use the Festive Legionary Guise and you cast this wind spell and you have the extra hit feature on with this guy, it will actually do an extra hit of wind plus this weapon's extra hit of wind. Within like 2 turns, you can do basically you can get that combo to hit for 1,000 damage. Just the extra 2 hits combined can be for 1,000 damage. So it's like turning. It's like extra hits. It's I think the extra hit idea is one way to change a 2-hit armor to 3, or a 3-hit armor to 4, or 4-hit armor to 5, and you've got these other weapons. Basically, I'm getting 2 hits. So like that Festive Guise. So I think that spell, for example, the spell is, I think the spell is basically 4 hits, and then you get 2 more out of that. But let me show you here. Need SP. So basically we're going to have all this Ellie Voln. Causes Mosquito to heal me back. Increase the Ellie Voln. And you just do this over and over and over and over. As you can see, that was second turn. It was already over 2,000 damage, and it's only 85% wind in that case. Uh-oh, let's see what's going on. Alright, give me a second. My phone is too hot. Its hotspot is... Give me a second, I have no internet. Hopefully cool down in a second. So what I'm going to show you next is something that I accidentally found because I was trying to just come up with some ideas to put together. Alright, phone, let's go. See if I can get my AC on here. But as soon as my internet's back, I will anyway, there's an item. It's a, I guess it's technically a spell that was released during the end of the summer donation, and it's called Spore Storm, which is wind. And so I thought to myself, well, why not see how this increases with all this Ellie Voln. And that was my original intention. But I discovered I guess it's a bug in the process of running this setup, and now I'm going to show it off as soon as my fucking internet comes back. Come on, motherfucker. Alright, it should be here any second. Alright. Now here we are. I'm going to show you what I discovered. So I've got the Shattered Visage Shield here. I'm going to do Spore Storm, which is going to do 1 or 2 like fake hits basically. What did you just notice in that caption? I just inflicted the shield's Elivoln on the quick cast. But now I can swap shields and do the exact same thing I was doing without being forced to use it. Also, I can tell you that this weapon will work with it. It says your weapon surges with Void Rot power. That means it's got a 20% rate higher regen level. I believe that's what that means. So I'm basically using 2 shields in one. Oh, wait a minute. Let's use Wishweaver Mist. What happens when you do that? Oh, look. Wishweaver Mist works too. Then let's go ahead and swap out to something else. So the weapon, it looks like the Spore Storm will trigger the weapon, Wishweaver Mist, and the shield. And that is it for this video. Just wanted to show off kind of a little bit of a stack idea and a bug that I discovered that you can utilize. Basically, Spore Storm changes Wishweaver, Shattered Visage, and potentially this weapon. And I bet you other wind weapons that have spellcast effects into quick cast for free. So we'll see how long that lasts, and we'll see how quickly fucking Tavern gets that shit fixed, but there you have it.